Hi, everybody. Welcome into today's show here on JTV. Thank you to the Insurance Circle Agency, West Michigan's family-driven insurance solution provider, myInsuranceCircle.com. What a weekend of not just football, an all-time sports weekend.
Heck yeah.
MLB closing out the year.
Right. Best time of the year.
Ryder Cup, what a comeback by the U.S.
Yep.
Still fell short,
Yep.
but Ryder Cup was good. We'll talk about that
Yes,
in a
we
little
will.
bit.
Yeah.
A lot of good high school games, a lot of good college games too, and some NFL games. So next weekend is going to be another great weekend of games too.
Yes.
So back-to-back all-time weekends. Don't leave the couch at all from
That's right.
Friday
That's right.
to Sunday night into Monday based on how long that Green Bay game went.
Man, it was a great game though. That was a fun game to watch. Maybe not for a Packers fan, but it was a fun game to watch.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, yes we will. Yes we will.
First, high school football week 5. Let's start with our game of the week. I call it game of the week. It's not the one we had live, but definitely the game of the week. Michigan Center 36, Leslie 32. What a game. I mean, Leslie was up 20-8 at halftime, and Center scored 28 unanswered.
Man, what a comeback.
In the second half. And then Leslie scored with under a minute left to be down by 4, recovered the onside kick, and then fumbled the next play. Got sacked and then fumbled. Heartbreaking for Leslie. And unless if Napoleon, beats one of both the Center or Leslie, that almost decides the East right there.
And we knew this going into this was going to be an unbelievable game. We knew it was going to be close. Everything worked out exactly how we thought. I thought Leslie was going to be on top, but it was one of those things
Well,
where it was
they were.
Yeah, but it was like a 50-50 for me. So I just went with Leslie because it was a 50-50 coin toss in my eyes, but super happy for Michigan Center. But for Leslie, I feel like this isn't much of a setback. You faced one of the best teams around, so they're going to come back strong as well. So I think both of these teams are playoff bound.
Yeah, and Michigan Center is one of the best teams in the state for Division 5.
Yeah.
It's same conference, but it's 2 divisions higher than you.
Right.
And you still get the points.
Yeah.
Either
that's
way,
right.
some points. So, not too many negatives from it. It's just, it was frustrating if you're Leslie. That second half was frustrating.
Yeah. Watching it slip away.
I mean, Hayden Hinkle threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter.
Yeah.
For Michigan Center. And then the last play before halftime, Leslie gets a fumble, picks it up, and scores.
Yeah.
And it was 20-8 at that point. And based on how Center was playing, I had thought, oh, that's it.
Yeah, right. Right.
Leslie was going to run away with it.
Right.
Certainly not the case. And Center definitely went by committee. Braylon Brown had some great runs. He had a touchdown. Travis Collins had a receiving touchdown. Davion King had a couple touchdowns of his own as well. Hayden Hinkle, 12 of 21, 171 passing, 2 touchdowns in those 2 first quarter interceptions. Jack Lair, 9 tackles. Chris Fox had the ceiling fumble at the end for Michigan Center. He had 7 tackles and 3 sacks on the night. And Mason Bradley, 2 sacks and 5 tackles. So Michigan Center, 5-0, and they are now one of 2 teams still with an undefeated conference record.
What's the other team?
Napoleon, still undefeated
No
conference
way.
record.
Let's go.
Those 2 will meet in week 8.
Yeah, that's
the
going to be
week
good.
before the conference
That's
championship.
wild.
And we'll have that game on
Yes.
JTV.
Yes, sir.
Really excited for that. So what a win for Michigan Center. Again, like you said, I'm not taking anything away from Leslie.
Mm-hmm.
Schedule certainly doesn't get any easier for them, though. They still have to play Napoleon.
Yep.
Center also has to play Napoleon.
Yep.
And Leslie also still has to play Millington in week 8, who is a huge powerhouse in D7. They played Lumen in the semis 2 years ago.
So, question for the conference championship: is it possible to have these two teams face again, or is that not how that works?
No, they're both in the East.
Oh, that's right, because it's East versus West for that. So it's the champions of the West against the champions of the East. Remind me again, who are the ones that are in the West?
The West is Jonesville, Hanover, Columbia.
That's right.
Homer, Vandercook, Addison.
I mean, right now, just thinking, like, Michigan Center, Jonesville, once again, sounds awesome.
Yeah. And Jonesville, well, Hanover beating Jonesville.
That's right.
Shook it up a little bit.
That's right.
So,
and I would love Michigan Center, Hanover. Like, there's some good matchups in here.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, absolutely. Michigan Center already played Hanover a couple weeks ago, beat them by a lot.
But that could still happen, though.
It could still happen.
And I think Hanover could go in there being like, "Hey, we've already seen them once. Look, let's try to do it." So I think it could be interesting.
That, and they're thinking too, one of these games, Center has to come down off the top.
That's we
at some point.
Sometimes
from
you
their
expect
mind.
that. You're right.
The way they're playing right now, I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you expect that to happen, but then sometimes it doesn't. If they just continue to roll undefeated, I mean, we'll see what happens.
Yep. Post-game interview, had a chance to talk to the winning head coach, Troy Allen, who watches the show. We appreciate that. And the quarterback, Hayden Hinkle, post-game.
We prepared really well this week. I feel like our defense clicked all week. I had trouble throwing against my defense this week, so, I think they did pretty good all week. Our offense, we just came in. I mean, we were slow, but we click. Once we click, it's going to be a good show. Our defense just, we came in, we were like, okay, we need to defend the pass, and we did. Second half, first half we were a little iffy with it, but second half we really did lock in the pass defense. Joel had very much little to no time that time, I feel like. So I feel like the pressure from my D-line, helps a lot. Injuries took us down from what we were last year. A lot of key players got injured, but this year we're all back and we're healthy, and now we're 5-0. What can I say? I feel like our D-line, they've been on all week, every week I meant to say. They've been on every week, so, keep that going. Offense, I got to pick up myself. I didn't have a very good game first half, but, that happens. But we find a way to win. We're Michigan Center, we get the win. Michigan Center versus everybody.
I think it was the O-line open up holes, and then just kind of, a little bit of we got some dogs. You could see Hayden after that fumble. He could have kind of shut things down, but he just took it upon himself. And Davion just being, just a truck. I think we warmed down a little bit in the second half. You could kind of see that. And but once again, it's a testament to the O-line and the changes that we made at halftime. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it wasn't the prettiest game by any means, but I think that we have not had a whole lot of adversity yet this year, and this was the biggest thing I was concerned with is what are we going to do when things aren't always going great? And I got to see what my team's about tonight, and that's pretty exciting. It feels amazing. I feel like last year we just had some unfortunate things go our way, and they were a great team. So to come here and know that, before the season we circled this one, I knew they were going to be a really talented team. So it was a big matchup for us, and yeah, coming here on a homecoming is always, I don't say ruin a homecoming, but it's nice to be on the road and kind of, show season and health. Like, we stayed healthy, and I think the off season the kids were super hungry. It was like a season of what ifs last year, had some close games, and so I think I just got a really good senior group and some nice pieces around them that's just really driven to be successful. Just, we saw it was 5-on-5 when we were in a certain set, and it just came down to finishing blocks, staying on blocks. We were leaving a little early, and it was just about continuing to work in double teams and just and we knew the way that they were playing defensively, the run game was going to be what was there. We were just this close in the first half to get some of those off, but in the second half we were finally able to I'm sure they tired and able to find some of them holes. I think tonight our offense I knew was going to be solid coming into the season, and tonight our offense, at least early on, kind of put us in a bad spot. So it was our defense that stepped up. And, I can't say enough about how they just were relentless and kept coming because, it was setback after setback, but they just didn't give up. And that's my seniors, saying are we for real? Are we a good team? And this was just another like a check mark that I think that we've got some talent and ability. Now it's about just cleaning some things up because it was ugly at times, but it's just on to the next one. We can't take anybody for granted. I wanted to see where our team would be when we had to deal with some adversity. We've, the first 4 weeks have had a lot of breaks go our way, and tonight some didn't go for whatever the reason may be. But I wanted to see how we'd respond, and I'm pretty happy with the way when it was all said and done they did.
So photos from that game online and highlights at jtv.tv and on our Facebook. Gotten a lot of great numbers over the weekend from all of our sports coverage and our highlights. So thanks to everybody who's tuned in, checked out our photos, and everybody who tuned in to Lumen Christi Divine Child Friday, which we will get to in a minute. Stockbridge, back-to-back. Huge wins for them in the Big Eight, beating Union City last week and then beating Reading 32-20, 2 touchdown passes and 127 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns for Noah Sandecki, the Stockbridge quarterback, and 3 receiving touchdowns for Jason Conant. So Stockbridge on a little bit of a roll here.
Yeah.
Concord on their homecoming, dominating Morenci 70-20. Quarterback Gavin Risky, 228. 3 touchdowns. Trenton Frazier also 3 touchdowns for Concord, as they are now 3-2.
And I feel like they're a better team than maybe even what that record suggests, even though they're above 500. Like
that's a tough 8-man conference.
Yeah,
there.
I mean, so far it's like they're playing like a 4 or 5 win team right now. I mean, they had a couple stumbles here and there, but they've been great
for sure. We just mentioned at the Big Cascades West game, the Battle of the Comets. Hanover 28, Jonesville 14. Quarterback Devin Bevier 2 touchdowns rushing for the Comets. Austin Hocker, Colin Griffiths also scored. That's a huge Cascades West victory for Hanover Horton. So Jonesville's got to come back and win a couple of their last games, and they need Hanover to drop a game.
Mm-hmm.
So if Columbia can make a shocking win, or Homer, or somebody like that, we'd be back to where we just were.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, great win for Hanover Horton. Another great win, Northwest.
Let's go.
10 seconds left. Jeff Miller, the running back, walking it off, winning for Northwest over Marshall, 30-26. Huge conference win for them.
And that's what makes me even more excited for us. I'm pretty sure we're going to Western for Northwest versus Western. That makes me super excited for there because historically, at least since I've been in Jackson, Western's had Northwest number, so it's like we might see
they've dominated that game the last few years.
It's just like it's really cool seeing like Northwest is playing out of their mind right now, so I cannot wait for that game.
Yeah. Western has struggled.
Yes.
They're 1-4. They desperately need to win a few games to get back close to the playoff line. And then Northwest, they're 2-3, but they've been scoring a bunch of points.
Yeah, they have been,
offense.
and they've been close in a lot of these games.
Yes.
So it's just like it's awesome to see them performing a lot better.
I think this is the year that Northwest can go to Parma and beat Western.
Yes, I think so too.
So that's going to be a good game. We'll have that on JTV, not this Friday, but the
next
following.
one. Yeah. And I mean, if you would have told me going into this year that Northwest would be performing this well and Western would be in the situation they're at right now, I would have said you're crazy. But that's how it's shaken out so far.
Yeah, absolutely. Roe Dodo, 161 yards and 2 touchdowns for Northwest. They improved to 2-3 on the season. Homer, 14. Vandercook Lake, 12.
Close game.
What a game. Low-scoring affair. Vandercook still 3-2, but that loss knocks them currently out of the playoffs.
Ugh.
And Manchester losing to Napoleon 24-8 also knocks Manchester out right now.
Yeah. Yeah,
Not
still
done
has
yet.
a chance to get in, not eliminated, but just
Right.
knocked out of the playoffs right now.
And at the end of the show, we'll get to the playoff picture and what the current projections are
cool.
right now. So let's go back to the game we had live on JTV. Dearborn Divine Child 17, Lumen Christi 13. Lumen fell to 2-3 overall, 1-1 in Catholic League play. Dearborn stays undefeated at 5-0. Those 13 points from Lumen are the only points they've allowed all year. And it was 2 QB sneak touchdowns, too.
But they were able to move the ball down the field at least a good amount of times. You know, they had some shots at winning, but it was just, you know, even at the end, like we've seen multiple times, Lumen's got the ball in their hands, driving at the end of the game with time running out, and they just can't get in the end zone.
Yeah, I was at the Center Leslie game, so I only watched a few highlights of this game, but Lumen went down there, pass broken up on fourth down, couldn't score.
Right.
I mean, you know, we've said the last few weeks we're not worried about them.
Mm-hmm.
I am.
Oh, all right.
And they can't keep scoring 13 points.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Now they beat Jesuit last week, but Jesuit isn't spectacular.
yeah, and they have some interesting games coming up as well.
Yeah. You know, and we saw that with the Grand Rapids game too, where they only scored, I believe, 14 points.
Yeah.
So they've scored 14, scored 13, 16 against Montini. I mean, and the passing game, especially against Grand Rapids, we saw it too. 3 interceptions. You can't have multiple turnovers, only score 13 points, and expect to win any games.
Yeah. Yeah. But, I mean, here's the thing. Lumen Christi and these losses have been there. Like, they have been in these games.
Right, but at what point, though, is it, okay, we got to show up, though. We have to score, and we have to win these games.
I mean, that's the thing. It's like they would
Like
have...
we've said, we just said that about Northwest.
Yeah.
You know, they've been close, but that's a totally different program. That's not, you know what I mean? But with Lumen, I mean, they're in these games, sure, but they have to close out.
Yeah.
And they haven't been able
And
to.
these have been tough games, though. I mean, I just want to keep saying that's
have, but, you know, you schedule these games, you play these good programs, you know, for how dominant Lumen's been since, you know, the 80s.
Right. It's crazy to see. It's crazy to see that they're, you know, doesn't this make them below 500? Yeah, 2-3.
Basically, what I'm saying is, we've been talking about they've been on these games, and that's great. But at what point is it okay? We can't just keep staying in close games and that's it. We have to score and win that game.
I mean, they're definitely, when it comes to playoffs time, they're definitely going to have to close out games. There's no doubt about it. No mistakes, and you got to close out games. And it's interesting, too, because, like, you watch some of their play calls, and it's like, it's interesting, right? Like, they ran that same play that they ran a few weeks ago, where it's like that almost like a Statue of Liberty type run.
Yeah, I heard they ran it several times.
And it got stopped all but one time. You know, the first time they ran it was a success. Then after that, for the most part, it was stopped. So, you know,
because they haven't opened. Sorry, they haven't opened up the run playbook more. If that makes sense, they haven't opened that up more. I mean, it's either a keeper, you know, bootleg, or it's, you know, a stretch play, left or right, or Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
They barely pass the ball.
Yeah.
Like we were saying, we're having those issues in the passing game. They barely passed at all. They ran the football the whole game.
Right.
And that didn't work out too well for them.
Right, and they even did a Philly special at one point, and it was completely stopped when they did it. So it's like
because they ran it in
plays.
week 3 against Grand Rapids.
There you go. So yeah, definitely some things that they have to do, but just like I believe in Joe Hendry, I believe in the Lumen Christi Titans. I still do. I still think they have a shot to make the playoffs.
Well, week 9, they play Centerline at Ford Field for the Catholic League Prep Bowl.
I forgot that's at Fort Field. That's awesome.
Centerline is D4.
Wow.
So you're playing a Division 4 school.
Yeah.
Center's 5, so you're playing a school the size of J-High Northwest Western.
Yeah.
If you're Lumen Christi.
Right.
And Centerline's in the playoffs right now, too.
Yeah.
They're a 3 seed.
Yeah.
So you're playing a Division 4 playoff team the way Lumen's been playing. You play them week 9. Couple of games I think they'll definitely take care of business of before that. But that game against Centerline, I think they have to win that. Just that confidence going into the playoffs. The first couple of rounds, they're likely going to play teams who, aren't going to be able to keep up with Lumen. So it's not like they're going to be out in the first round.
Right.
But they have to open it up more. If they can't run the football like they haven't been, like they weren't able to, that is not good.
100%. That is the basis of their offense that they just have to figure it out.
So,
and this might just be that one year where they have, you can't win it every single year. So this might be that down year, this development year, a learning year, and then go back into next year, and hopefully they'll be full strength and ready to take back that state title. But I'm not counting them out yet. Like I said, I still believe in them. I still like some of the things that I see out of them. And it's a long season in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, I'm not fully counting them out either. Sounds like I am. I'm not.
Right.
But something has to turn around here.
For sure.
This Friday.
For sure.
This has to be the turning point.
Yes, agreed.
For them.
Agreed.
So we've got photos from that game and more highlights online at jtv.tv. Great call by Matt Kibbe.
He was great. Yep.
And Josh Brigette and Max Fritz. So Max always spot on with the liquid death.
Unbelievable.
Again.
Unbelievable.
Even got a selfie with the student section.
That's so great. That is so great.
So shout out to them and shout out to Liquid Death.
That's right.
Couple other scores. Napoleon dominating on the ground against Manchester, 24-8, but they ran for over 400 yards.
Man.
Brenton Owen, the leader for Napoleon that night, 146 rushing yards and 2 interceptions on defense. So them and Michigan Center are the two teams still undefeated in conference play, and they meet in Week 8 at Michigan Center.
Woo.
So
classic game as well. I feel like those two teams, we've had some classics between them, those two. And if I remember correctly, I think one of them got delayed for some reason. We had to do it
I
the
remember
next day.
we played it on Saturday.
I think
it was
rain.
like 9-6 or something. Remember, it was really low scoring. It was a bad game.
And I remember when we were there on Saturday or on Friday rather, and I remember the refs just were not willing to call it, and the rain was crazy, and there were puddles in the field, and they were walking around still being like, no, we might still be able to play, and it was getting so late, and then finally they called it, and then turned around and had an early morning game right afterwards.
We got all the way there.
Yep.
Set up, waited and waited.
Yep.
Had to unset up.
Yep.
And then set up again the next day.
And then get right back up in the morning and do it again. But we were able to complete the game at least. So we were able to get it in.
Yep. So that's going to be a really good game.
Yes, I can't wait.
Michigan Center.
Praying for good weather.
But if Napoleon beats Leslie, then that game will be deciding for the East
So that's
the week
even bigger
before
if
the
that
conference
happens.
championship.
Yep.
So if Napoleon beats Leslie, I believe next week, that will set up.
That's a big game.
For the ultimate Week 8 game.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm definitely not missing that game.
No way.
So, again, thank you to Matt Kibbe for taking my headset. The GOAT.
Yep, that's
Matt
right.
Kibbe, always honored to have him
So
fill
awesome.
in.
Yeah, tons of
and
fun
do
having
games
him there.
for us. So, big win for Columbia over Addison, 56-26, 126 yards, 3 touchdowns for Julian Boardman, Kyler Nealis, 2 touchdowns for him, and Columbia with a nice Cascades victory.
They had a nice night. That's awesome to see a complete domination there. So, good on the Golden Eagles. That's a great win.
At Addison on their homecoming night, beat him by 30.
Playing spoiler. Oh, that is crazy. Do you know who they have this coming week?
I can tell you in a minute.
All right, I like it.
Before we come back to that, Western fell to Coldwater 28-21. They're now 1-4. Jay High is now 1-4. Lost to Tecumseh.
And we keep talking, and we kind of figured this was potentially going to happen. I can't remember if we had Coldwater beating Western in our picks. I can't remember.
I I think I did. We both really sucked.
Yeah, we had a horrible
last week.
I
in
think
the
we were.
picks.
Yeah, I think our last week by itself we were 9-11-1 with our picks. So yeah, not great. But we were talking about this all last week about the thing with Western and Jackson, how they kind of have mirrored each other and been disappointing just at the same time. It was weird that we had that week 1 game, but I just really hope that they can figure some of it out, that they can salvage a little bit of this season, because seeing Jackson deal with this, it's really tough. You knew that game against Tecumseh was going to be rough, but 33-14, that's just not going to do it. And Western, though, was relatively close. At least they hung in there with Coldwater.
Yep. So schedule for next week. It is Columbia's playing Vandercook next week.
Oh, what a game there.
If Vandercook wants to still have any shot in the West, they have to go to Columbia and play spoiler.
That's a big game.
So what you're saying is you're going to pick Vandercook like last year.
Hey, wait a minute. I'm not saying anything yet. Everyone's going to have to tune in on Wednesday to figure out who I end up picking.
Napoleon's playing Grass Lake, so they should take care of business there. Yep. Hanover at Homer. Jonesville, Addison. Western has to go to Harper Creek.
Oh, wow.
Northwest is hosting Berkeley. Jackson, of course, playing Monroe. We'll talk about that.
Yep.
We'll have that game. And Lumen is going to Toledo to play Toledo St. Francis.
Man, on the road again.
Yeah, so week 7, really quick, here's some good games. Week 7 is Northwest Western.
Yep.
Leslie Napoleon. And then Stockbridge, if they keep winning, they might be in contention still for the Big 8.
Yeah.
But this coming Friday, Stockbridge plays at Springport. So this is the biggest test.
Yes, it is.
For them. So Leslie Napoleon is week 7. Week 8 is Napoleon Michigan Center. So
yeah, those are some great games.
Coming right down to it.
That's right.
We have a packed show, so coming up, I went to the Ryder Cup in New York. That was awesome.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear about it.
So I'll share a little bit about that. Some of it I will have to share with you during the commercial break.
Okay, sounds good.
Because we had a moment in the taxi
car.
Oh,
okay, yeah. I can't wait to hear that.
Was funny, but I don't want to put that out. You went to Canton, Ohio.
I did. Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Yep.
So we will talk about that.
It was also your birthday weekend.
Yes,
Happy
it was.
birthday
Oh,
to
thank you, man. Appreciate it.
A lot of good college football games over the weekend. Tigers got in the playoffs.
Woo!
And we'll look ahead to J-High Monroe.
Man.
Coming up this Friday. We'll see how that can.
Yes, we will.
So we'll get to that when we come back. Welcome back here on JTV. A lot to get to. Start off right away. The Ryder Cup over the weekend. What a comeback by the U.S. on Saturday and Sunday.
Thought they were going to do it.
Still came up short. What a hostile environment. It was not like that at all when I went Wednesday to the practice round and the I'll get back to the environment thing in a minute. The celebrity round was on Wednesday too, so I got to watch that. Let me go to my photos here really quick. I can tell you who was playing in it. The first hole we went to and watched, it was Colin Jost from SNL and Eli Manning.
Oh, that's sick.
So it was Colin and Eli, Miranda Lambert and Michael Strahan.
Wow, what a team there.
Noah Kahn and Kane Brown.
Oh, that's a good team. I like Noah Kahn.
And then Bobby Flay and John McEnroe.
What a team there.
A chef and a tennis guy.
Yeah.
And then for the European celebrities, Tony Kukoc.
Whoa.
Pau Gasol.
Oh, that's a cool team. I like that team.
And the rest of them, I have no clue who they are.
But that's the whole guy. I like that team.
Brooklyn Beckham, Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Oh yeah, Catherine Zeta-Jones,
Who is she again?
actress.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't get out enough.
Yeah, well, I guess you're. Trust me, I don't blame you not watching much of her movies. If you're a big rom-com, I think, or like
No,
romantic movie,
No,
yeah,
absolutely not. I'll stick to Family
Yeah,
Guy.
there you go. Okay.
Tom Felton, Oliver Phelps, Timu Solani. It's literally
That
spelled
sounds
like Timu.
Oh, I think that's a hockey player. I'm not 100% sure, but it could be a hockey.
And Jose Andres.
Yeah, I'm not sure who some of those people are.
I have no clue.
But the U.S. side sound pretty fun. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool seeing some of them.
Oh yeah, lot of bad trash talk towards Eli.
Oh, I bet.
Which
But
I
it
was
was in
shocked.
New York.
It was in
It's
New
in New
York.
York. Yeah, but you got a lot of people coming from different places, so of course they're going to talk a lot about Eli. But I love Eli.
I think they were Patriots fans.
Yeah, that makes sense. Boston's pretty close.
Yeah. But back to the environment. Saturday and Sunday really took a turn. It started with somebody yelling something to Rory in the crowd. Rory gave him an F something.
Yep.
And then Justin Rose and Fleetwood and DeChambeau got into it on the
Crazy.
green. State police had to come.
State police showed up?
For the crowd on Sunday.
Oh, my
People were
goodness.
throwing things. It got ugly.
Yo.
I will say, during the opening ceremony Wednesday, that was the final thing before everybody hit the exits Wednesday. The Carson Daly, who's not relevant anymore.
Yeah, but he was in my youth.
Well, not anymore.
Yeah, but he was TRL, man.
He was.
He was the host of TRL every day
But-
after school.
He was the host of the opening ceremony.
It's an interesting host to pick.
Well, it was on NBC.
Yeah, still interesting host. to
Still.
pick. Yeah.
Should have got Mike Tirico.
Yeah. Should have called in Michael Jordan.
He was at the Ryder
He
Cup.
was. I figured.
Yep.
I figured.
And he actually met up with Cooper Flagg at the Ryder
Oh,
Cup.
nice.
Cool moment for Cooper
Yeah.
Flagg to meet Michael Jordan.
Should have been him and Tony Kukoc on a team.
That is true. They were teammates.
That would have been cool.
Yep. Although Jordan takes everything personally.
That's right. I took that personally.
Yep. But during the opening ceremony, after they introduced both teams, by a lot of people, a very disliked politician came on stage. The governor of New York, Kathy Hochul.
Ah, okay. Some booze rained down.
New York is not as one-sided as people might think it is. She came on stage and people tore her up. Oh, man. As soon as she came out, the whole time she was talking, booze
Oh.
and some other things I can't repeat.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, it was terrible. And then Carson Daly thought he was a funny guy. He's not, but he thought he was. So later on in the ceremony, he's like, and thanks again to everybody, including Governor Kathy, and right in the middle,
Oh, goodness.
he's like, I knew you guys really like her.
Oh,
He thought he was funny.
oh man.
It was all booze.
Oh, that's kind of funny.
So, and it was funny, some random dude sitting next to where we sat on the hill up there, because that course is a lot of elevation changes. If anybody watched it on TV or some photos, very lots of hills. It's 72 holes there. It's a massive
that is
golf
a big
course. It's
course.
technically a state park too.
Oh, that's cool.
So there's a black course, which is what they played on. There's a blue and a yellow and a red. Elevation, lots of terrain, uphill, downhill, steep walking.
Sounds like a tough course.
It was.
Yeah.
And I think my hamstrings are
about to
still
say.
burning
I was
up.
about to
I
say, you
walked
were a little
8
tired.
miles both days.
Yeah, I was gonna say a little tired after that.
Yeah. Because after we landed Tuesday, we went around the city, did some sightseeing,
Nice.
brought a few pictures along
Yeah,
too.
yep.
Not all of them, but just a few. Definitely saw some of the landmarks. Obviously, there's
Nice.
too many of them
Of
to
course.
get to them all
Yeah,
in
yeah.
one day. But it was cool. Definitely an interesting taxi ride experience on our last
can't
day.
wait to hear about that.
And I will leave it at that.
Yeah, perfect. We will talk after the show.
Yep. But no, nonetheless, great trip. I haven't been to New York since I was really young.
I've always wanted to go. I've never gone to New York. I would love to go.
It's different seeing all the landmarks and really knowing what it is when you're a little kid, like
Yeah.
I was, versus going now. You understand it more.
Well, we talked about before you went, like the 9/11 memorial and stuff like that.
I
Like
did
you
see
were
that.
pretty. Well,
One of my pictures here, the One World Trade Center.
yeah, that's really cool. So
Yep.
it's cool that you kind of have that perspective now on it. You know.
Yep. Went down Wall Street.
Nice.
Saw the New York Film and Media Arts building.
Yeah, that's cool.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Saw the Ed Sullivan Theater.
Hey, nice.
Which is where Stephen Colbert
That's
is.
right. Yep.
Who is getting canceled, so he won't be there much longer. And Times Square, which was
Nice.
cool. I have a couple other pictures that I cannot put on TV from Times Square, but some interesting people walking around.
Oh yes. Oh
in
yes.
New York.
That's Times Square for
We'll
you.
just say she had I Heart New York.
I think I see what you're putting down. I think I'm picking it up.
And that was great.
Yeah.
The picture was great.
Okay, of course.
But no, nonetheless, it was a great trip. Beautiful golf course. Long Island is great.
Yeah.
I love New York. If cost of living wasn't a factor,
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know still if I would live there because of the traffic.
Yeah, that
Oh,
would be
man.
tough, man. Yeah.
Like normally, it may be 30 minutes to get from where we stayed at in Queens.
Mm-hmm.
We stayed in between Queens and Brooklyn.
Okay.
It was even almost an hour for us to get from Queens to Manhattan.
Oh my goodness.
And all the construction they're doing, it's hard to do construction in New York City. Can you imagine that?
Yeah, no way.
And they're not doing sections of like the main highway there. I forget which one it is, but the
Yeah.
main highway there. They're tearing it all up at once.
My goodness.
So you can imagine all the detours there.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of one-way roads there.
Yeah.
So to try to maneuver around and come back around and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But even just getting from Queens to Long Island where the golf course was, it's normally only 30, 35 minutes, but it takes every drive we had took over an hour.
See, I just couldn't do that. I just couldn't. Like
Li-
it'd be one thing
living
going
there
on
every
vacation,
day.
but yeah, no way.
No way. And we flew into JFK Airport, and they are rebuilding the whole terminal, and even they're rebuilding the whole airport.
So that was a whole mess. Probably.
That's a whole
Yeah,
mess, too.
oh.
So,
We sound like old men complaining about this, by the way.
well, because things are never going to be fixed.
See, I like what I said.
Here, they're not going to get fixed either.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I complain about traffic sometimes here and construction tied in with the traffic here. And
But
this is
you're
like,
originally from downriver.
yeah, that's true. But it's like it's minuscule compared to New York or anything like the LA.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
it's crazy the difference.
So, and then coming back here Thursday night, and then coming down here downtown Friday, and then I was here on Saturday. Definitely thankful for the little construction delays,
Yes.
if any, we have
Yeah,
here
that's for sure.
compared to there.
Yeah.
But great trip, great nice break for a couple days in
Nice.
between football Fridays, and so yeah, you also went on your own trip too, right? To
Yeah.
Canton, Ohio.
Canton, Ohio, and just drove down there in one day and drove back. But yeah, Pro Football Hall of Fame. That was my second time going, but I was able to spend a little bit more time. I think I originally thought we were only going to spend like a couple hours there. We were there for almost like 5 hours, walking around, just taking in everything, reading everything that we could, and it was a good time. Me and my buddy from college, Eric, we both went there, and yeah, it was a really good time. Got to see the Lombardi Trophy that they're going to be handing out for this next Super Bowl. So that was cool to see that.
Which
sitting
will
there.
not be coming to Lombardi Avenue.
Well, you never know. We'll talk about that later for sure. We'll talk about that game. And then, they had like cool displays where it was like every single Super Bowl championship ring from one to this last one. So it's funny to see how like normal and like wearable the first few rings are. And then slowly but surely it's getting more gaudy and insane. And then the last one, it's like the size of like 7 rings put together. It's insane. And then they had I remember one of the theaters from the last time, but then they had a second theater in there, and it was a Joe Namath hologram would show up and talk
What?
to you. Yes, it was interesting. It was interesting. Joe Namath would walk out, and you're kind of like set up in this like locker room. It looks like, and I have a picture up there. It was pretty cool. I mean, I think that one was more centered maybe towards kids more, and I think the second theater was a little bit better for like hardcore football fans. But it was interesting to see how they did the hologram and how that looked. It was pretty cool presentation, you know. But
Hey, you came back bearing some gifts too.
yes,
So,
yeah, you got the
right here. Thank you for this.
yeah,
very much.
of course, no
Appreciate
problem,
That.
no problem.
Brett Favre.
Yeah, that's right, Favre. Brett Favre.
You can't take my welfare money.
That's
also,
true.
this without knocking down Kari Willis.
Yeah, I gotta watch out for Kari Willis's rookie card,
which
signed
I did
rookie
like
card.
5 times.
Yeah.
already. Sorry, Kari. Mini helmet too from the.
Yeah, I
Hall of
thought
Fame,
that. Yeah,
so.
I thought that was. I thought that was sick. That was one of the cooler looking ones. They had a bunch of different ones, but I just think that black and gold is really sick. So I had to get it for the set just because I thought that would be a cool addition to the set, and we're gonna keep building upon this. Especially, dude, we're getting close to 100 episodes. Can you believe that?
Yeah, today is
92.
92.
92 today. So we're
All
only
right.
we're only 8 more episodes away from 100. So we'll have to do something fun for that. But yeah, we'll definitely change up this set
to
a
pull
little
out some bloopers from
bit. Oh man.
100. We have quite a few.
Yeah,
of
I was gonna
those
say there's gonna be some in there, but yeah, we'll have to do
Some
a
of
special
them we can't.
episode.
put out,
Probably not.
but
Yeah,
maybe for those who just watch online.
yeah,
and not
yeah.
on
We might have
TV.
something special for that.
Um,
And we're gonna have our Madden game coming up as well. That's gonna happen sometime soon, so we'll do.
and
that
we're gonna
again.
have some special guests coming up.
Yep. Yep.
In the near
special
future.
guests. Yes. Yes.
So definitely looking forward to it. Man, 100 already. coming
unbelievable,
up.
dude.
So,
Unbelievable.
but good trip to Canton.
Yeah. Yep. Totally. Good time. They when
I still want to go there.
Oh, it's so
sometime.
cool.
Cooperstown.
It's so cool. Yeah, I really like Cooperstown's number one on my list is just driving all the way out or flying out to New York, and then there's really nothing else going on in Cooperstown other than like a few shops and different things like that. So it's like if you're going to Cooperstown, you're just going for the Hall of Fame. So it's just trying to justify flying out there just for that. But that's next on my list. That's something I've always been more interested in baseball history than football history. So that's something that I really want to do. I want to see like Babe Ruth's jersey in person and stuff like that. Like I just think that'd be too cool.
When I was in New York, I did see Citi Field where the Mets
Yeah.
play. I did not get a chance to go to the Bronx
Oh man,
and
that's
see Yankee
if I went to New
Stadium.
York. That's the thing too. Like if I went to New York to Cooperstown,
There's
I would
just
have
too
to go to
many-
Yankee Stadium.
Too many things you can't, and we were only there
Right.
seeing the city Tuesday, golf all day Wednesday, and we flew back Thursday night.
Yeah.
So definitely got some authentic New York pizza.
Hey, Sabaros.
Oh man, no,
Oh,
it was not
dang it! I was
Sbarro.
hoping you went to the best neighborhood, little neighborhood pizza joint in New York, Sabaros.
No.
Dang.
I forget the name of the place we went to. It was really good. It's been there for a long time.
Did you guys just get like a $1 slice, or did you get like an actual whole pie?
Well, there were 5 of us.
Okay, so you guys got a whole pie.
So between between us 5 people, we ate 3 large pizzas.
Whoa!
We just devoured.
Wow.
But they were still big, like the dollar
Yeah.
slices
Oh, yeah.
you get, and they were 18-inch pizzas.
Dude, as
3
much
of them.
as much as I like normal pizza and Detroit deep dish pizza, New York style pizza is my favorite.
a little bit more of a burnt.
yeah.
Underneath.
Burnt undercarriage and the flop. It's got to have a real good flop on it.
Oh, it did.
Oh yeah, dude, that's some good stuff. That is awesome.
Oh man,
What's your opinion on Chicago style pizza?
that's the
one with the sauce on top. Yeah,
I like it.
when I went to Chicago with my buddies. We went to this place called Illuminati's, and not Illuminati's, but Illuminati's, and it was awesome because like we were in a Uber driving around someplace, and the Uber driver was like, we asked like, what kind of pizza should we get? So like asking a local, and they're like, you have to go to this place. And they're like, normally it's pretty busy. We went there and there was like nobody there. So we were able to like immediately
What?
get served, immediately get our drinks and our food. And it
In
was
Chicago, there was
I know.
nobody there.
I
Wow.
know. And well, lucky for us, it was probably like a Tuesday at like 2 p.m. or something. So it wasn't too crowded in that area. But man, that pizza's really good. But it's one of those things where it's just like, I wouldn't I wouldn't seek it out. It was really good, but if I went back, I would get it. But it's nothing like there's a Chicago place here. I'd be like, I'd rather just have like if I had the option, New York style or Detroit deep dish or just regular
Well,
pizza.
Clavon's is the one here who has the Chicago.
That's right. But it's
sauce
like if
and
I go
stuff.
there, it's like I'll get something else. Like it's like I'll get a different style pizza kind of thing.
No, that's the pizza I get when I go.
Oh,
there.
really? That's the one that you get? No kidding. So you do like Chicago style?
I do. Yeah. I like Detroit style too.
Gotta love Detroit style.
Yep. I always have to eat the corner piece too.
Oh yeah. What's your we're just gonna be talking about pizza, so forgive us. What's your favorite chain?
We're going way.
Yeah, no,
off
I'm okay
here.
with that.
Sorry, we've been off for a week.
Yeah, we got to talk about food and stuff, just like we always do. What's your favorite like chain pizza place? We were talking about this in the office earlier. Because like I think Jets is really good. I think Hungry Howie's is pretty good, but I think Jets is probably one of the better ones. And it would have to be a chain. I'm not counting the local place because I would take Tiki Sam's and Burkhart's and those places over a chain.
right.
But like, what about a chain just for everybody else that's watching?
Man,
Low Sizers?
no,
Okay.
no, definitely not.
Good.
I'm not a big Little
Sarah,
Caesar.
Sarah's happy to hear that.
Yeah. Not them. Definitely not Marco's.
Yeah. They're okay. They're okay, but
Also, just getting back from eating authentic New York pizza,
nothing's going to compare to that, man.
and then coming back here and having like Marco's.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, I know.
Jets definitely. Oh man.
Like I tend to get more local places, but Cottage Inn is another really good one, good chain. I really like Cottage Inn.
See, I think they're okay.
Really, there's a pulled pork pizza that they have that's amazing. It's got like Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce on it, bacon. Oh, it's so good, dude. Pulled pork on top of it. Don't knock it till you try it.
Who would do that?
Me. I would do that.
That's criminal.
It's
to
amazing.
do that.
What? It's amazing, dude. It's so good.
Just like we went to New York, my brother got a pizza with pineapple on it.
See, now that is sacrilege. That's ridiculous. I cannot believe you can't put
told him
pineapple on
something
pizza.
I can't say here, but
Yeah.
I'm like, you can't.
Was he putting M&Ms on pizza? Like, what's wrong with him? Like, that
I
doesn't
wanted
make
to
any
go to
sense.
the M&M store.
Oh, they
and
had
we did
that
not.
there. That's
they had the
right.
big Hershey store
Yeah.
in Times Square
Oh,
and the
that would've been
M&M store.
sick.
Oh, I didn't get a chance
Oh,
to go there.
man. That would've been
Oh
cool.
man, I did go to Lids
Nice. Did you?
and got some hats.
I assume you got that hat actually at the Ryder
At the
Cup,
course.
But what'd you end up getting at
Yeah, we
Lids?
spent too much money.
Yeah,
to
I
show
bet.
up there.
I bet.
The line for the pro shop out
Oh,
the door,
yeah.
wrapped around.
Well, just like Andy and Bart when they went to the Masters, same thing. Like that store probably. I can't imagine how much money that store generates. It's insane.
I will say, except for adult beverages, all other food and
I
beverages
heard it was included, wasn't it?
is included.
I saw that in a video when I watched on Sunday.
and I forgot about that. So we got to the course. I got hungry. I have a pretty fast metabolism, so I got hungry, even though we eat in the morning. Don't judge.
What a random thing to say. Go ahead.
Well, I got hungry again,
I
so
just
I had
love
to
that you
go
have-
to. We were in between walking in between holes,
I just love that.
and
you
I go up
prefaced
to
that.
the. It's like a grab and go.
Yeah.
It's all grab and go. So you walk in, first thing you pick one drink, water or
Mm-hmm.
a pop or whatever, one like side snack, so a cookie or chips,
Nice.
and then you get like your hot dog or burger
Yeah.
or whatever, and then get
Then
out.
you're able to just walk out.
Yep.
Didn't even have to pay. Dude,
Yeah.
I would have just been hanging
But
out
people,
there.
you can keep going back in there.
That's what I would have been doing. I would have been like, I don't need to watch
Probably
the
not
golf.
supposed to.
Yeah, but I don't need to watch the
what I
golf. I'll
did
just keep eating
anyways.
hot dogs and hamburgers. Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Really good chicken sandwich.
Nice.
So everything except adult beverages were included.
Makes sense. Could you imagine
Those
if those
drinks
were
were expensive though.
Dude, could you imagine if they did one of
$20 for a mixed drink.
$20? Yo.
And that New York economy, man, I'm
Yeah,
telling you
dude.
what.
Dude, you
Could
go,
you imagine what were you saying?
I was gonna say, can you imagine if they did one event every year where the liquor was included in the price and it was
And
all
the
you-
food and everything
and it was
included?
all you can drink. Can you imagine?
Oh my god.
That sounds like a horrible idea. I think you would have had to have multiple state troopers show up to bring
Police
that back
presence.
down. Yeah, police presence.
Yeah. Let's not allow that
Yeah.
ever to
Yeah.
be included. The Ryder Cup would have gotten a lot worse.
Yeah. That's so funny. But I'm glad you had a good time.
Yeah,
that
just
sounds
to
fun.
get back to talking sports, because that's what we're paid to do
That
here.
is the show, but we sometimes have to bring food into it as well.
Yeah. I didn't even finish your question earlier. Real quick,
What has
Jets Pizza.
Oh,
one
yeah, Jets Pizza.
for chain.
Yeah.
Hungry Howie's 2.
Okay, nice. Yeah, I agree with you there.
3. I haven't had it in a long time, so I'd have to have it again. Papa John's is okay.
Yeah, I had them too much. We had one on campus in college, so I had it a little too much. So, and then real quick, what hats did you get at Lids? Because I'm a hat aficionado.
I got a Tigers hat.
Yeah.
All black with the English D on it.
Nice. White English, the white one? Yeah, nice. That's slick.
And then I got a Green Bay hat that was all green.
Boo.
And then yellow GB on it.
Nice.
And it said GB. It was a cool, like, retro
Nice.
logo.
Oh, cool. That's awesome. I want to go to a big lid store like that because usually they are only a few racks of the kind of hats that I like. So
the couple of lid stores I've been to before are smaller. This one wasn't big at all.
Yeah.
But because there's so many stores in New York, none of the places are big.
Right. That's
and right
true.
next door to Lids was all in a row was Starbucks, Taco Bell, McDonald's, Raising Cane's.
Sounds like my kind of block.
Well, that's the fanciest Taco Bell I've ever seen.
Was it the Cantina one? Would they serve alcohol?
I don't know.
Oh,
we
they have those in
obviously
Vegas.
did not eat Taco Bell
That's
in New
true.
York City.
Well, that you should regret that because Taco Bell is good all the time. But
I'm going to New York City to have pizza
yeah, but then also have some Taco Bell as well.
and bagels.
Yeah, well, bagels would be good.
That was really good.
We are still talking about food, by the way.
I know. I'm sorry.
Did football happen this weekend? Did college football happen?
No.
No. We're gonna go on. We're gonna go over time talking.
Well
about
over
this.
an hour.
Yeah,
That's
double
okay.
overtime.
Hey, that's okay. People like this show.
That's okay.
Illinois beat USC on a game-winning field goal. That was a great game.
Yeah.
Oregon beating Penn State in double overtime. James Franklin needs to go. He can't win a big game.
Crazy during the whiteout as well.
Yeah. People, when they're talking about legit contenders towards the top, how come nobody's talked about Oregon?
Yeah, they are contending right now. I mean, when you look at undefeated,
know if they play
look
Ohio
pretty good.
State or not, but if they do, that is the game of the year.
Yeah, and you could see that down the road being Big Ten championship. Don't know.
Or in the college football playoff.
That's right.
They already played last year.
Yep.
Look what happened.
Yep.
But different team.
Right.
Alabama knocking off Georgia and ending their 33 home game win streak.
Unreal, man. Did not think that was going to happen at all.
And another SEC game. Tennessee went to Mississippi State.
Survives.
And survived in Starkville. Okay, now I can finally tell you when we go to break here about our taxi.
Sounds good. Let's how about we come back with some NFL and some Tiger talk. Bring back Tiger talk.
Tigers made the playoffs.
Yeah.
NFL Week 4, Lamar got hurt and they got killed by Kansas City.
Crazy.
And the Packers.
Ooh, I can't wait to talk about
Packers.
this. I can't wait to talk about that.
We'll be right back.
All right.
Welcome back on JTV. So I mentioned I went to New York.
Yes.
You went to Canton.
I did.
You also went somewhere else. I forgot to bring it up.
Yes.
We're going way
This
off
is
here,
just
so I'm
off
sorry.
the rails this show.
The sponsors are getting their money's worth for a longer show. But where else did you go?
I went to Sheets.
You went back to Sheets.
I went back to Sheets. There was one in
That's
Canton,
what we
Ohio.
had to come back with? Was more food?
Yes, but you have to hear what sandwich my buddy got.
Oh, God.
He got a chicken sandwich with mozzarella sticks on the sandwich.
Did he have a heart attack?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to call him later to make sure he's doing okay. But that he got that and taquitos. That sounds so good.
Oh my God!
But yeah,
taquitos also on the sandwich.
Oh no, but he could have. That should be an invention right there.
Would taste awful.
Oh, it'd be so good with that crunch. Oh, it'd be so good. But we need to get sponsored by Sheets. We've talked about Sheets a lot. Sheets.
Well, Detroit's not.
We need one in
really in our
Jackson.
viewership area.
Yeah, we need one in Jackson, man.
Although they are opening one, I believe, in East Lansing.
Oh, there we go. A little
Or
bit closer.
Lansing.
A little bit. Yeah, there you go.
So that's a little bit closer.
Yeah. Might be able to take a Sheets trip. Sheets trip for the show. I'm booking it right now. We're going out to Sheets. Doing the show from a Sheets.
I have thought about this. Next year for the Rocket Mortgage Classic in Detroit. Let's go there for the podcast.
I love that.
For those that are interested.
Yeah, I love
maybe
that.
watching.
That'd be fun.
Take a trip to Sheets.
Sheets.
And then if somebody who signs their paycheck can pay for us to go to Cooperstown
Dude,
and do
I
a
wanna
segment
do that
there.
so bad. That's never going to happen, but I would love it. If there's any viewer that wants to see us go to Cooperstown, please, and pay for the trip, please. That'd be awesome. I want to go to
My
I wanna go
Venmo
there.
is.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to give away my Venmo.
Venmo on the bottom of the screen right here. Anyway,
And
so
I'm not going to use the money for the trip.
that's right. Anyway, so to get actually on track to talk about sports, we had some NFL games this week, didn't we?
Yeah, we actually had football
Yeah,
that was
we did.
played.
We did.
NFL Week 4, Lions dominated the Browns, although a lot of injuries. Aiden Hutchinson really
he's
banged up.
good. Yeah, I think he's good. I think it was like cramps or something. But for a while, they had like a shot where they showed him on the ground, and there was like shot to the crowd, and everybody's just like, no. And then he got up and jogged off, and everybody's like, oh, thank goodness, because yeah, that's scary. But I didn't see it. My mom texted me, and she's like, well, I hope Hutchinson's okay. And I was like, what? And then I had to Google
And you
it.
didn't
I was
see it, so you were
I didn't
like,
see
oh,
it.
no.
Yeah, because I was watching Red Zone. But did you see Khalif Raymond's return? Dude, did you see what he did after the return?
Where he kissed his wife
Baller.
or his side
Baller.
piece.
Yeah, okay.
Or whoever it was.
I bet you that's his wife. But how baller, going up to the stands, taking off your helmet, kissing your wife, giving her the ball, and then going back down. That was so sick. That was so cool.
At first, he was walking up the stands, and I'm like, this
What?
is not
Yeah, I was like,
because
what's
you
going
never know
on?
what could happen.
Yeah, I was like, what's going on? But that was so cool. That was so cool. But good win for the Lions. I think since the Lions beat the Browns and the Browns beat the Packers, but the Packers beat the Lions, I think that means now we are better than the Packers.
Yeah, but the Packers beat the Lions.
Yeah, but I think, it won't happen on Thanksgiving. We'll beat the Packers on Thanksgiving, and I think that'll solidify that we're the better team.
Well,
Let's just get it. Let's just get into it. Let's
Chiefs dominated the Ravens. Lamar got hurt. It was 37-20. Cooper Rush, Central Michigan's
that's right.
second finest behind Antonio
that's right.
Brown.
That's right. I don't know. Say
The
finest.
Giants upset the Chargers.
What a surprise. Jackson Dart looked pretty good at times. They had to bring in Russ at one point, and then
It was
they brought
hilarious.
Dart back in.
Did you see Jackson Dart's Instagram story?
No. What did he say?
Justin Herbert's dating Madison Beer.
Yes.
Jackson Dart posted a picture on his Instagram story of Madison Beer like the day or two before the game, and I forget what text he put on there, but it was trash talk.
Oh my god.
And put a picture of Madison Beer on there
my
and ended up going out there and beating the Chargers.
That's amazing.
Steelers, that was a great game in Ireland.
Yep, I was sleeping, recouping from my trip the day before, so I missed that game, but
I don't blame you. I woke up at the start of the fourth quarter. That shows you how late I slept in.
I woke up with looking immediately on my fantasy team and seeing DK Metcalf on my bench and scoring 23 points from my bench, but
nice.
I put Pickens in, so he got me 33, so he had a good game.
What a game with Philly and Tampa Bay.
Yeah,
31-25.
that was back and forth. I was rooting for Tampa Bay, not just because I had them in the picks, but I was rooting for them because it was just they would have been a great win for them, and I really like Baker. Couldn't quite do it, but that was a great back and forth game. Again, what I said, Emeka Ibuka is the real deal. He's going to be a better wide receiver in this league than Marvin Harrison. He's amazing. Marvin Harrison Jr. I'm sorry.
Junior, okay,
Junior.
I was going to say. The Bears beat Vegas 25-24.
That was one of those games that I barely watched on Red Zone just because it was just like that was the most uninteresting of the games.
Yeah,
I more
blame
wanted to see
you.
Ravens Chiefs, so but good for the Bears. I cannot believe it. They do look how I thought they were going to be. I think they're going to be a contender.
Although Genty has been played a lot better.
Genty destroyed.
Yeah.
He had I think 3 touchdowns in that game. He was great.
He had all 3 of their touchdowns.
Yeah, and one of them was a receiving touchdown. So my buddy I was watching with was facing Genty, not happy at all.
And I gotta sit up for this one.
Here we go.
The Packers tied with the Cowboys.
It was the game of the week.
40-40.
Unbelievable back and forth game.
This meme I sent you
Yep,
Perfectly.
I'll put it up on the screen.
perfectly describes it.
Yep.
I know what episode of Family Guy it's from too, where they made that face. And that was a sad situation in that scene.
Yeah, yeah.
So it probably wasn't a fitting picture for this. I said after last week when they lost to the Browns, I don't know where we go from here. I really don't know where we go from here. You were really waiting to hear my thoughts on this game, especially with it being a tie.
Yeah, cue the Michael Jackson eating popcorn gif. That's me right now.
Yeah. On one hand, very disappointing. What on earth, that last play before the field goal? Did Jordan Love not know how much time there was?
Weird clock management from both the coach and the quarterback.
He had to have. I don't see any other reason. He had to have not known.
They were just trying to get that play off.
But
quick,
how did
I guess? And it just didn't
LaFleur
happen.
not communicate or whatever happened there? How did he or anybody else not know?
All right, and then they had to end up playing for the tie after that incomplete pass. But you guys,
and then he took a shot into coverage in the end zone. As soon as he threw it at him, like, oh my god!
Yeah, and if that ball would have been popped up in the air after that deflection, it would have been game over. Well, it would have just been game over in general because that ball stayed in the air for an extra second. You guys would have lost. So I think it is interesting. I was talking about it with Dave here upstairs about, very conservative going for the tie at the end when you're close to the goal line.
Yeah, also, that really upsets me. How much more conservative on play calling can we get than that?
The whole way, too, like easing into the 2-minute warning and then kind of just going slow out of the 2-minute warning, catch inbounds, slowly walking up to the line, getting in the huddle, doing your thing, time's ticking away.
You knew right from the start they were playing for the tie.
And I get it. Cowboys have the best kicker in the league, so you're wanting to avoid them having a chance to score out of there and win.
With like a 70-yard field goal.
Yeah, but still, it's just it was super conservative. I'm very surprised that defense gave up 40 points. That's what I'm surprised about,
So on one hand, I'm, disappointed, and especially giving up 40 points to a Cowboys team who really isn't that good.
Yeah.
And without CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah, dude, Pickens destroyed, man. You see that catch in double coverage he had? It was nasty, man. And then he dropped that slant, which is ridiculous. It was just like the easiest play, and he dropped it. But unbelievable performance from him. Best game I've ever seen Dak Prescott play, I would say. He was right on. He had some great plays.
I will say Micah Parsons, the only sack he had
saved
on
the
that
game.
last play. He
did save the game. That was a great play.
That was a wide open keeper for him.
Yep.
But on the other hand, because of how quick Dallas and really the whole second half was able to go down and score every drive so quickly and make plays happen, I'm not as disappointed. It could have ended a lot worse.
I agree. But you guys still tied the Cowboys. It might impact the end of the year.
You could tell post game nobody was happy with the tie.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask you about this real quick. So what do you think, if you were Roger Goodell, what would you do instead of it being a tie? Because I agree it shouldn't be a tie. I'll open with this, though. Rodney Harrison had a really good idea. He was going to say, let's do essentially almost a kicking competition or a kickoff. Yeah, so he said, start the kickers at the 30, and they just trade back and forth and go back 5 yards every single time. And whoever misses first, that team loses. I love that idea, like a shootout. I think that they should either do that or what Tony Dungy said, Jackson's own Tony Dungy, Hall of Famer. What he pitched was just let's just do college football overtime rules, which I've always said I want that.
Please.
It's so electric. But yeah, what would you do in this situation? Because I think we should get rid of ties altogether.
The tie, hockey is the only big major league sport where there's a tie.
Yeah. Because basketball, NBA, they keep playing. If it's 4 overtimes in the regular season, they keep playing.
Right. It makes for... You see how many good games we've had in college all time with double, triple, 4 overtime and so on.
I've seen an 8 overtime game in college.
A&M Auburn last year was 7 overtimes.
That's right.
And that was an excellent game. Auburn upset A&M.
Yeah.
Should we have ties? No. Are they going to get rid of it? No. because Goodell, for some reason, is focused on one thing right now, and that's expansion.
You're right.
He hasn't been talking about anything else. You see what he said over the weekend about
Yeah.
international. He
Yep.
said we need to have 16 international games,
Yeah,
so
we
one
saw that.
almost each week, so everybody gets a chance to play. No, because if you were to vote on it with the 32 teams, 25 of them would probably say, no, I'm not losing a home game.
Then get rid of Thursday games as well, because you can't have us have these Thursday games and on short rest and also have those. It's just you're destroying some of these teams by doing that.
Yeah. It's either get rid of the Thursday game
Yeah.
and have more international
Yeah.
games, or
Just keep it how it is.
yeah.
I'm okay with a few international games in a season. I think the crowds are fun to have these football games, but I think this is just too much. And I think the overtime rule is a big deal because that feeling
and he
after
even
that game
wants
was just
an international teams too.
I kind of like that.
I don't, and I don't. It would never work
Yeah, I don't think it would. It would be
because
really
you're
tough.
gonna have, if you let's say you have 4 European teams, let's say London, Dublin, Berlin, one other one,
Yeah.
whoever.
Paris, let's say.
Paris, yeah. You're going to have 2 or 3 games every single week
Yeah,
that start at 8 a.m.
yeah.
or 9:30 a.m.
I do kind of like the early games sometimes.
I do,
but-
but I don't want 2 or 3 of them every week.
Right.
And they're going to make it into where it's a streaming only thing.
Yeah,
and
of
you're going to have
course.
to have the streaming.
That's how it
Because
is.
that's what it's going to be.
Right.
So, honestly, I'd get rid of the ties
Yeah.
and either keep how it is now with the international or get rid of the Thursday game.
Right, agreed.
Something has to happen. We can't keep going with what we have now and expand to international teams.
Totally agreed.
So, that's my thought on it.
Yeah.
Real quick here, Tigers,
Woo! We made it.
we can finally relax.
Yes. Well, Tuesday's going to be the real thing with Tarek Skubal on a mound. Big game 1 in Cleveland. It's going to be tough, but I
With
still
how much
hold
help
hope.
we need, can Skubal also pitch game 3,
I
please?
know.
Can he
just
go
keep
every
going?
other day?
I know. But you know what?
I'm sure he'd want to if he could.
Oh yeah, I'm confident with Mize. I think Mize being number 2. I'm totally confident with that.
And 3 would be what? Flaherty?
Yeah. So it's like we still in a series like that. I'm still kind of confident. It's our later in the rotations where it gets a little bit more rough.
But based on how we've just been playing Cleveland,
yeah,
that's what I'm worried
I mean,
with.
the lucky thing though is like the season begins again now. So everybody's record right now is 0-0. I'm still obviously going to be optimistic about this Tigers team, but yeah, it's going to be very nervous, and I will be very distracted starting tomorrow at 1 p.m. That's
I
all
will
I'll
as
say.
well.
Yep, there we go.
Thankfully, we are on Monday and Wednesday.
That's right.
We're on every day, but new ones.
Yeah,
Monday,
new ones on
Wednesday.
Monday, Wednesday. So we will, when we come back Wednesday, we'll talk about what happened in game 1. So I'm excited. I'm excited, scared, all that stuff at the same time. Nervous, all that.
I know it's baseball, and they always do games in the middle of the day, but please don't do 1 p.m. playoff games.
Yeah, I know. They need to stop doing that.
I'd rather watch 2 of them at like 4, maybe not 4, 5 or 6 p.m. I'd rather watch 2
Yeah.
at 5 p.m. at the same time
Yeah.
and then have 2 on at 8 or
Right.
9.
And then real quick, the other thing that I just want to mention before we wrap up is
Sheets?
is New York, Boston, the other wild card series. That's going to be an amazing series. I predict that to go 3 games. It's going to be tons of fun to watch in New York. It's going to be a great series.
And then the winner gets the Blue Jays after.
That's right. So it's like more
And then
division
if the Tigers
rivals.
are able to pull it off against Cleveland,
Yep. They got a
they'd
date
have
with
to go
Seattle.
to Seattle
They got a date with Seattle, but I hope we can at least get back to the ALDS
against Cal Raleigh, who should be the MVP.
Oh man, what is he? He won me fantasy baseball this year. That guy and Shohei, just combined, just them, they had like 117 home runs for me. So, it's going to be a very tough series, that one.
But he probably won't win MVP, and they're probably going to give it
it's going to be Judge.
It shouldn't be.
Yeah,
but it's New York media. they're going to give it to Aaron Judge, even though Cal Raleigh clearly has been the best hitter in baseball.
Yeah, as good as Cal is, Judge has the average, so I guess I understand part of it. But to me, it's those two. To me, it's those two, and then the NL, to me, it's Schwarber and it's Ohtani. They're going to give it to Ohtani, but I think maybe Schwarber deserves it a bit more, so it's kind of that same thing there.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Ohtani is like the MLB's pedestal
He's their golden
player.
boy. Same thing with Judge. Those two guys are the golden boys of the league.
And it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So, but that's why Judge is going to win AL MVP, and he shouldn't.
Yep.
When we come back, because we got to end the show at some point,
guys.
High school football playoff picture. What teams in our area are in the playoffs right now?
Woo.
Stay tuned. Welcome back here on JTV. Real quick, we were talking NFL earlier. Dallas and Green Bay tied at 40. Scorigami.
Yes,
we did have a scorigami.
Yes, scorigami.
If you don't know what that means that's the first time that particular final score has happened. So the 40-40 Packers-Cowboys tie was a scorigami. First ever game, 40-40. It's the 1,093rd unique final score.
That's so awesome.
Ever.
If you ever want to learn more about that, watch John Boyce on YouTube. He is amazing. He has a great video breaking down scorigami.
That's who inspired the scorigami.
Yep, he's the man.
Real quick, high school football playoff picture. The points and the matchups and everything's starting to come into play here. We can really start to see who might be in, who's for sure in, who still has to win a game or two, and who's out.
Yep.
Let's go down the line by division. Division 3, J High is out right now. They really need some wins. Northwest, they are out, but they are only one of the 2 or 3 first teams out. So Northwest, they are still alive for it by all means. Definitely not over for them. They need to win definitely another game or two. A win against Western would be big for them. So Northwest is still alive in D3. D4, Western is out. They need some wins. They need to beat Northwest. Division 5, Michigan Center is in. Currently a 2 seed out of 4 in each region. But they would have to travel or host somebody from way out because nobody else in our area is D5.
Yeah.
So Michigan Center, current projections, and it's based on geography, they would host 2 and 3 Romulus in the first round. And by the way, I have to give credit to the person who puts these projections together, snooze2you.com.
There you go.
Shout out to him. He does great every week with
Nice.
the projections. And it's just him, too.
Oh, that's cool.
So every Sunday night, he
Shout
posts
out
them.
to Snooze.
Yep. Michigan Center hosting Romulus. Division 6, Napoleon and Lumen in the same region.
That's cool.
So Napoleon going to Olivet and Lumen Christi going to Buchanan. Because Lumen lost, now they're under 500. They will not get... Even if Lumen still makes the playoffs, they're not getting any home games, which is very rare for us to travel that early for them.
Yeah.
So Lumen going to Buchanan. So, and if Napoleon beats Olivet, we could, if it lines up still by the end of the year, we could see Lumen Napoleon.
Yeah.
Which, based on how Lumen's been playing and how Napoleon's been playing, could get an interesting full house T Napoleon against Lumen. Remember the state semi we had a couple years ago, which was an excellent game.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But different kind of Napoleon offense. So we'll see if they were to play, how Lumen would respond to that. Division 7, all in the same region. Jonesville at Clinton, and Leslie would play at Hanover Horton.
I love it.
Rematch from Cascades Championship last year. That'd be a hell of a game.
Yes,
Jonesville,
it would be.
Clinton.
Yeah, I'm all about that.
We could get a Clinton Leslie second round game, followed by Clinton or Leslie against Monroe St. Mary Catholic Central.
Give me that.
Oh, man.
Give me that.
And then Division 8, because both Vandercook and Manchester lost, they are out of the 32 right now, but both desperately need at least one or two wins. And Springport, a 2 seed, hosting the Pirates of Decatur, who they already beat 14 to nothing.
That's right.
So The 3 teams that need a win to stay in the race are Northwest, Vandercook, and Manchester.
I'm pulling for them, hoping
So
they can.
keep an eye out
Yep.
for them. Real quick, we are live Friday at Withington Stadium. We just said Dungy Field at Withington Stadium. Jackson High is 1-4, hosting out of the SEC Red, the Trojans of Monroe out of Division 1. So regardless win or not, J High is getting some playoff points from that. So 6:45, myself, Josh Briquette, and Max Fritz. So always good facilities. Good to be at J High, but they desperately need something. So we'll see. And that game presented by Minuteman Sewer and Drain. We'll have the College Chevy pregame show at 6:45. So we finally made it to the end of the show.
This is the longest David Rice show we've ever had. Took 92 episodes, but we did it. We did it.
We had a lot of important things to get to,
did.
like pizza.
We had to talk about pizza sheets, all that good stuff.
My taxi story, which I did not share on here. It was hilarious. And everything else that was not important, but we had to cover. So thank you to the Insurance Circle Agency. Thank you to Prate's Place. And thank you to everybody. So that's Adam. I'm David. We will see you on Wednesday for more food talk, probably.
That's right.
And our game picks.
Go Tigers.